So, Mr. Unova, tell me what's on your mind.
I like to understand what it takes to get myself my own identity within this group. A colorful personality, if you will. I just see so much of myself within Spike during the Power Ponies episode that it's quite laughable, to be honest with you. He feeling unappreciated, lower in rank compared to his other friends.
Given that you already have the attention of a lot of the other analysts within the Brony community, I get the sense that there are more than a few other people out there who would enjoy having the opportunity to converse with their favorite analysts on a regular basis like you do. But I suppose you are referring to the fact that you feel like you're more in the background rather than in the spotlight.
Yes, the spotlight. It's a time to feel alive, yes. I always dreamt of stardom and being something recognizable to those people in the audience. I don't like the current position I am at, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Well, let's see. Might I ask just what got you into being part of the Brony community in the first place?
I got into the Brony community because of Saber Sparks' Ballad of the Brony documentary. That documentary was a piece of fine art, I might say. It had love and care put onto it, and it was my introduction to Saber Spark and every pony else. And during the first years of Bronydom, he was an idol that I wanted to follow since I wasn't too far from him age-wise. The creativity he has for his work just astounds me, and he's the type of pony that I want to be. And I don't want to be a cog that works with a bigger clock of importance creating the identity that I am now.
Do you suppose that someone like Saberspark is still trying to do all of his projects on his own these days?
No, he isn't. With the support of his friends and partners, his work just explodes into qualities greater than his own. Are you trying to tell me to update the bigger clock I am attached to into a more efficient device?
I was just curious about whether you could name some or even all the people that help a person like Saberspark to do all the things he does today. I would think that behind a lot of the more famous people out there, you will find a growing number of support from others that don't end up getting all that much attention. But I suppose that begs the question. I know that you have spent a great deal of time helping others in their projects, and even encouraging a lot of good discussion from others in your own way. Did you do all of that just because you were hoping to be more in the spotlight yourself someday? Or were there other reasons as to why you felt passionate about the work?
I entered into this line of work for the spotlight, to be honest with you. Even if it's hard for me to say it to you. I want to be a strong individual who can stand on his own four hooves. Some pony who has nothing within him to hide. Nothing nasty like an ego. I want to be in the spotlight for myself, but not selfishly if you're trying to get it.
No need to worry, Mr. Unova. I simply want to understand more of your point of view. You say that you want to be a strong individual who has nothing to hide. Do you think that once you get into the spotlight that you'll be able to learn how to be such an individual? Or perhaps there is someone, or even more than one someone, that you look up to who already has these qualities?
Now thinking about it, I can't say anymore. The analysis community. I would feel bad to do anything to waste their time for me once getting to know them. Their own lives, struggles, seem much larger than my own, and I want to see something that I have to shine through, so I don't look down upon myself. That also applies to my real life currently, as many times I don't understand what part of me makes myself the talk of a crowd, or an integral part in a barrel of friends. Just what is it about me that just seems the most appealing? That's the biggest question now.
Isn't there someone out there who has managed to do something even better because of your assistance? Can't you think of any projects that you've taken part in that have become more interesting to others because of your contribution? I'm getting the sense that perhaps you may be putting others up on a pedestal, and perhaps forgetting some of what makes you worthwhile. I really think that lesson out of Daring Don't could very much apply here. Remembering to value your own accomplishments, even in the face of others' successes. I realize that it can be quite difficult at times when you are looking up to those around you. But I still have to wonder, Whether there just might be someone else that would not have come so far were it not for your own brand of support. Even if you were the one in the spotlight, as you have wanted for so long, wouldn't there be others out there who had helped you to get that far? Would their accomplishments really be so meaningless just because you were the one getting the attention?
I haven't even thought about that. The reverse of my situation never struck my head since I thought I was the lowest of the low for assisting in such works. But lower ranks than me existing? That's not what I want these people to feel. I am gracious for everything any pony has given me. And these gifts. I feel the drive to give back to the community. This is how I feel about analysis. Giving back to the audience feelings of positivity or criticism to revitalize their outlooks on things, not being negative about it. Don't you think that is what I want to happen when I am on that spotlight? To escape the ickiness of my doubts and self-loathing?
I would have to wonder whether those feelings of doubt and self-loathing might still be present even if you were in the spotlight. I can tell you from personal experience that getting noticed does not mean that one's lack of self-confidence is suddenly cured. As for myself, I still struggle with how I view my own accomplishments, and even with dozens of people giving positive feedback, I still tend to get troubled whenever a single negative comment pops up. I realize that I am doing a lot of good. I realize that I have improved upon my talents in ways that I never have before. But the struggle goes on. I still have to push myself most every day just to maintain what I have put together thus far. Whether you are at the front of the pack or lagging behind everyone else, you will still have to find a way to overcome how you see yourself. If you depend on others to determine your own sense of self-worth, have you really become a strong individual? Do you think that the people you respect and admire really needed all the praise of others to become who they are? These are hard questions that don't have easy answers, but if there is one thing that I hope you can take away from this, you are the only one who will determine how you see yourself. That will always be your choice. Does that make sense to you, Mr. Unova?
You're so right, Doctor. You're so right. What I determined myself previously was being a failure for not doing the hardest or getting the desired result of something I've worked for. This then less motivated me. When the brony phenomenon occurred, I guessed I wanted to join a bandwagon on some things once in there, so that led me into the CBD. I just wanted to be a part of the success to feel better about myself, but the hollowness in my heart only grew. I wanted to change, but this wasn't a change. I need to locate something fulfilling to me. And it's not success, isn't it? It's a self-reflection full of positivity over the accomplishments I have done. Right, good old doctor?
I would encourage you to learn from others and follow in good examples. Just remember to value your own efforts due to how much you have grown because of them. I'm glad to see that we have accomplished some good things here, though. Shall we continue on this next week?
Yes. Yes, Doctor! I will find myself within this world. And once I'm back to my normal self, the self that has escaped the pitfalls of failure and depression, I will seek out new ways of looking into the world in a much more brighter palette. I guess there is a reason why I was attached to my top two favorite ponies, Pinkie Pie and Rarity. I had in my mind subconsciously knew my problems relating to both girls in an emotional sense and a creative/succeeding sense. Now, if you excuse me, Unova Brony has now just been reborn anew in this reality and the next. Woo!
Just remember to take small steps, Mr. Unova. It's good to be helping.